Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader.
Indeed, once again.
And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too.
As we all.
They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity.
They know, do they?
It could be yours instead.
Oh, so what if he says
Please
it's true?
show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
And you wish us to win? Voice, what has come over you to act such a way? I wonder, oh honoured Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Not at all, not at all. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. When Jodario continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent. Then fine. Let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. Oh, am I helping you really? Is that what's happening here? Are you sure about that, sir?
Who shall strive for freedom?
Now, I did say next time I'd get the chance I'd look at people's bios, so might as well. Ah. Edwin, the free spirit. He wanders the downside in search of a way to regain his freedom and return to his home. As do we all. Ah, they are different, okay. What he can do. First law, his race, he is a nomad. So not human, or assuming human and nomad is just what he is now. Common folk cast from a Commonwealth. Ah, then all humans that come down here are nomads, it would seem. And stripped of name, home and title. They came from all directions towards the Commonwealth, where at last they settled. Some of them. His past, he is an outrider. They ensured the highway remnants never flew far from their mountain nests. Ah, so he was a... Yes, he was on the Blood Border. Those who served on the Blood Border were taught to always watch the skies. His astral sign is unknown. Fair enough. Crime unknown, motive unknown. He is exiled unknown. Observations. He is the one who nursed you back from the brink after finding you in the downside. His genial manner suggests that life in exile has not yet broken his spirit. He wears a bronze clasp identical to that of Judariel, suggesting the two of them may have met before their exile. He has not yet revealed what he did to earn his sentence. Fair enough. Jodariel, the fallen soldier. She is a grim, long-time resident of the downside, grown accustomed to surviving there. Powers, her race, she is a demon. People who survived in exile long enough to be transformed by it, if in body, if not in spirit. All are welcome here, save demons such as you, from the sentencing of Chief Physician Oralek. Oralek? There we go. Past, she is a veteran, so she also served on the Blood Border, I would assume. Come on. Oh, there we go. Everyone served on the Commonwealth's Blood Border. Those who excelled remained. Oh. Clashes with the Highwing remnants were frequent, though the greatest wars had passed. She seems to be responsible for the Black Wagon's security. Her features suggest she has lived in exile for much longer than the others. Her grim outlook and the fact that she still wears the bronze clasp of the Commonwealth Blood Border suggest a military background. Though what she did to earn her sentence, you do not yet know. Next we have Ruki, a fast talker. He is an opportunistic and well-connected cur still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. His race is a cur. Swift, dog-like creatures known for their loyalty, optimism, and appreciation for the simple things. The Alpha Chiefs would later say their kind went soft no sooner than they joined the Commonwealth. His past, he was a trafficker. There we go. Dealing with contraband for long enough can lead to making many strange acquaintances. Ah. Perchance is this how you know, what was his name? Ashen Blackpaws? That, uncouth individual from long ago? What remains now of the fallen empire's old and tarnished currency is still of value to some. Yes, isn't it the currency we use down here on the downside? He seems to be most well connected of the masked wanderers who found you and knows something of the land. He has a rather opportunistic disposition and his ostentatious clothing suggests a lucrative background in the mercantile business. Even still, we do not yet know for sure what he did to earn his sentence. Well, assuming he was a trafficker dealing with contraband, that might have something to do with it, it would seem. But that's just a guess. Next we have May, the fateful drifter. She is a young vagabond girl with an odd manner and an unshakable sense of curiosity. Her race is a savage. She seems human. Simple folk ostracized for their deficiencies or differences. Oh. Even prior to their sentencing. Oh. Well. The Commonwealth was not a nice place to them, it seems. Also called the Moon-Touched, they proved overly resilient to the principles of lawful society. Ah. In the past, she is Moon-Touched. The Commonwealth never did know how to handle those who did not fit neatly into their mould. They did not send her down here just because she's different, did they? It's disgusting. Wow. This is after the Empire and Solium Mur. The Commonwealth is not much of a better place, is it? Jeez. It is said those born under a wild moon oft led a charmed and troubled life. She appears to be a vagabond who has wandered the downside for some time and has somehow managed to get by. Her simple and sincere demeanour suggests she was lightly shunned by the Commonwealth and would have been considered a savage by the standards there. She seems unusually interested in the legends of the 8 scribes. Next is Tizo, the Little Watcher. He is a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's Black Wagon. Well, with his connection to Sandalwood, if he was the previous proprietor and they know each other, he seems to have been doing this for a long time. His race is an imp, ravenous creatures indigenous to the downside, a scant few of which possess a higher intellect. Stand between the imp and its appetite if you wish to be eaten. Oh. His past occupation is a drive imp, okay. Seems simple, but alright. Imps specially trained to operate the intricate machinery in the black wagons of the downside. They are born and raised in the downside to operate black wagons and keep other fauna well in check. Imps are known for having superior appetites, but not for having much in the way of intellect. This particular imp defies all such common understandings, and seems to be deeply connected to the black wagon of the Nightwings, and, perhaps, rights themselves. You and he quickly formed an understanding. Sir Gilman, the Honour Seeker. He is a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honour. He's a worm. Relatively intelligent amphibians known for their chivalry, hot tempers and reckless determination. It was inevitable that the Sea Dominion teeming masses clambered onto the shore, seeking glory. He was a worm knight, back in the day. The title knight means nothing in the Commonwealth, it means a lot to worms. Those who clambered from the depths found a willing new employer in the Commonwealth. Once again, past unknown. Well, astral sign, sentencing and all that. One of the outlandish worm knights of the Sea Dominion, he appears to have withstood many battles in the name of the Commonwealth, which employ many of his kind for its ongoing war against the Highwing remnants. His exile seems to be self-imposed, though even he can only take so much abuse from his fellow knights. And lastly, for now perhaps, Pamitha, the guilty sister. She is an outcast of the winged Highwing remnants. He always catches me off guard. Commonwealth's hated enemies. She is a harp. Winged warriors from the mountainous offskirts of the Commonwealth, where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they could darken the skies and retake the land. Their past was a Talon, the fiercest squadron in the Highwing remnants is the reason the Blood Border is thusly named. Unable to stop the talons of the Highwing remnants, the Commonwealth sought to destroy them from within. If the Commonwealth fears anything at all, it is the harps of the Highwing remnants. She is clearly one of them, many of whom have been exiled as prisoners of war. She seems to have an unusually easygoing attitude toward things, though you sense she is in pain, in a state of turmoil over something. Perhaps a sister? She has made that quite clear that they have a troubled past. And considering that her sister thinks that she betrayed both her and her people. And also we can see about the chastity as well as other groups, I assume, when we meet them. What can we learn of you, Manly? A silver tongue. He is a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. He is a sap, tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. And once again, achieve in decades what they could not achieve in centuries. Past occupation was an ambassador. The Westerly Woods retained its sovereignty for complicated reasons he would be happy to explain. How about no? The saps ushered in a new age of industry for the Commonwealth in exchange for many benefits. I assume autonomy being one of them, considering they, as he said, retains their sovereignty over the Commonwealth. This talkative sap seems to enjoy making empty promises about his eventual return to the Commonwealth, where he is certain he will achieve a position of considerable authority. Though insufferable, he does seem knowledgeable about the inner workings of the rights and of the Commonwealth. Or like he said, he was an ambassador. But regardless, on with the rights. Now, who haven't we used yet? Jodariel in a while. May, Tizo, Sir Gilman. Well, I haven't yet used Sir Gilman. Right, so... No. I might... yeah. Plus he's close to a level up, so might as well.
Sir Gilman.
Jodario, you're too tall, I can't see your enlightenment meter. I assume I'll... yes, I'll use May as well. I might be able to get another level for her.
May.
And lastly... do I want to use Tizo? I'll get the level for him. I'll attempt it, sure.
Tizo. Now.
Tizo is eager to knock Manly and his goons down a peg or two, as am I. Are you quite ready, finally, oh Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Please shut up, Manly. Now come along. Let's give the stars a show. What are you doing? May I present to you Humboldt Manly Jr. What? Manly sapling, which not only has a name but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. Okay. Why, he is every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstaff line shall have a bright future. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. Oh god, I can't remember what Gilliman's voice, what voice I had for Gilliman. This knight does not know about you, good May, but he is quite finished listening to that sap's idle blather. Oh, yes, sure. I think I would like that because that Manly, I don't think he's as nice as he seems. No, definitely not. He's, yeah. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen, The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well. Wait, so, okay, so does that mean we cannot banish the sapling itself? We have to banish Manly to get rid of it. And it's right on top of the orb. Ooh, that's dirty.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth.
I missed this terrible.
There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much. The Nightwings are the first to strike.
Just please shut up, boys. I don't care. I don't care for Manly at all. Oh ho! What's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines. They might not hold you in such high esteem as I. Yeah, by how you seem to go on, I doubt you hold us in high esteem either, so what does that say for the trees? Oh wow.
The your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade.
Oh, you don't. Oh god, I overshot it. There
Now
you go.
for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate.
Oh dear.
Perhaps such wealth
Oh dear.
ought to be reserved instead for you.
Please quiet voice, I don't care right now. Oh dear. The woods are closing in. Uncomfortably close as that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this much sooner. Yeah, no. No, just no, Manly. Oh god. Very choking. I missed that. Good job,
There.
mate.
Beauteous.
Are you just going to keep talking, Manly? Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100th Mines himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it, the 100 Mines. Oh, you score in the 100 Mines. Third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He said he is fathomed... He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. Okay. So, cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb, and let me handle this. No. Just no. Although, you are correct in saying it's, not as close as I hoped. Does he make a boing noise when he jumps? Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all of these encroaching plants. These miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. Jeez, Manly. Oh god, this is like... getting very claustrophobic now, isn't it? No, you don't. Oh, darn, I forgot that it stays around a while. Dropped. And gone. No, you don't. Thanks, Teaser. Yeah, but I've actually used you.
Now end the ceremony. Yes.
He does, in fact, make a boing noise when he jumps. I had not noticed that before.
Did prevail. Their adversaries proved no match for them.
No, even with the encroaching woods, that was quite easy.
The rite is complete.
And also with Manly's son involved, as it were. I knew we could prevail, though Mr. Tinderstaff there, I think he's rather upset, really upset now. Yeah, no, he just seemed to be getting worse and worse during that, didn't he? Tizo is fired up at having prevailed against Manly and the Chastity. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you. Honestly. I am very, very, very disappointed. I thought, perhaps, that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. No. You're a horrible tree person. Why would I help you at all? Instead, however, you've decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained. The moon-touched girl has greater understanding than it seems.
The 8 scribes. They so inspire me. And now, I feel that I have grown somehow close to them. Maybe? Okay. Nathan's you're faster and farther than usual. That could be interesting. Although, I hardly fling the orb as it is, so... When saluting adversaries, may automatically leaps towards the orb if no one has it. Or brief charge of time before may jump suspense switching. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
imp Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge.
Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the Rites and as part of the Nightwings. Yeah, definitely going to increase his implode range.
Desperate for honor, this Sir Gilman may yet learn something.
Huzzah! Oh, that was terrible. I'm gonna keep forgetting how I do his voice. Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Okay. Now we get to see his tree. Depths of the Sea Sojourner. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Sojourner. Rites, masteries, enhancing a worm's carefree and unpredictable nature. The Underking travelled all across the seas and survived many perilous adventures. If Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. That's not bad. Though it is quite rare now that I allow everyone to get banished at once. Though it does happen. Stunning. Oh, hold on. The one vow the Sea Sojourner was unable to keep was his vow to one day return to the Sea Dominion. Stunning claim. Once per round, when saluting his adversaries, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. All exiles? So, like, everybody, including ours? That would be interesting if he is still able to. Under King Oriz was known for his many boasts, although the vast majority were not far off the mark. Heroic stand. While Sir Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. That's not bad. I imagine if I played him with allies who have less hope than usual, like maybe Jodariel, if I accidentally get her banished while trying to do her rush tactic, I could just switch over to Sir Gilman and with the infinite stamina get a lot done in that time before they're able to get back. The Underking was revered for having vanquished more Worm Knights than any other of his kind. And lastly in this tree, Seized Chance. For 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals an additional 10 to an adversary's pyre. Now these seas shall bring the tale of Oriz, the Underking, having felled unfathomed plumes. That's not bad. And I do use him somewhat... Well, like in that last rite, I was using him somewhat often just to rush into the enemy's pyre. Though, having said that, the adversaries in that last round, in that last rite, were quite slow it seems, so we'll have to see how he fares against quicker opponents. In the other tree we have Tactics of the Underking, Rites, masteries enhancing a worm's manoeuvres inspired by their traditional undersea warfare. There is no limbless undersea faring warrior who has surpassed Underking Oriz, though his kind keeps trying. Avenging Aid. After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. That's not bad. Well, I still need to get used to using him as attacking with his ability, having to dash back to where he's been. The Underking promised, over time, to seek justice for more than 3,000 of his fallen brethren. Quick Draw. After using his slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Oh. That's not bad, you can quickly double attack it. So you can run close to an adversary, slash backwards and then slash forwards again and most likely getting them. If you missed them previously. That's not bad. His armoured scales flash like lightning underneath the sea and his travails travel just as quickly. Travails? Greater Cleave. Sir Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. That's not bad. The Underking Oriz yet remains the most famous fencing master ever to hail from the Sea Dominion. And lastly, Vigorous Slash. After using his slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all of his stamina. Come forth, ye cowards, for this king is wont to trim our population down a bit. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Speak plainly, King Oriz. To his enemies. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to go down this this right tree here. I like these abilities a lot more. It means I have to get used to using his slash ability, but they all of them enhance his slash ability, so it's only going to get better with me using it. Very well then.
The might of the sea sojourner.
Okay.
Until the stars align.
That was well done, my boy. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. Yep. I'm still wary of you, Mr. Volfred. Your previous actions left a foul taste in my mouth, let's say.